Hello crafters, this is Suzanne from A Creative Muse, and I am here with some Jaded Blossom Fun on the Farm goodies for Saturday Morning Makes, which is hosted by Jill Norwood of Greenwood Girl Cards. I believe Jill is going to be starting her tags too. I didn't catch her last video this week. I will after filming this. I'm back to work, so yeah. When you go on vacation and you come back, big pile. Anyway, so I had made some wonderful cards using all my Jaded Blossom goodies, especially the gnomes, to show all this fun on the farm goodness. Right now, Jaded Blossom still has that sale going on. I'll pop the graphic here. That sale ends, it's the 17th. Girl gnome dies will restock on July 10. The male gnome dies, I believe, are now sold out. I'm not sure when that will restock, but just keep checking because everything in the store is on sale and it's all good. The only thing that is not on sale is their newly released stuff. In the last like 2 or 3 release, those new items are not in the sale, but a lot of it is still in stock as well, so you can add that to your cart. Alrighty, let's take a look at the goodies. Fun on the farm. Let's get started. First up, hello. You just don't know. This was card number 1. And was I having fun? You betcha. I was having a grand time making this card. This is an oversized, so it's bigger than a 5x7, but I like this size. 5.5, 7 3/4. Because I needed something to house my image. You know, I wanted him to have space and still set the scene. So yes, I could make a custom envelope for this or drop it in a gift bag. So cute though. Heard it's your birthday. I love this. So let's talk about the gnome first. This is the male gnome die set here, currently out of stock, but you can create an account at Jaded Blossom, put it in your wish list, and ask to be notified when it comes back in stock. So this is the first dies in the whole gnome set that started it all, okay? The gnome dies. Then there is the girl gnomes and the add-ons. This now is one of their most recent add-ons, the cowboy add-on. This is adorable, and I will put links to everything that I'm showing. So I'll put a link on Jaded Blossom's website for all their gnome stuff. The base dies, male, female, which you can start off with just that. You don't have to add the add-ons. Right now, a lot of the add-ons are on sales, if you can do it. And they do accept PayPal Pay in 4, I believe, so you could spread out the payments. And here, I had to use this gallon hat. It's just adorable. The hat, there's 2 types of mustache. There's this one, and then there's this one. I want to do a card with this one. Had to use a rope. He's a sheriff. Had to do the whole thing, you know. And the boots. I love those boots. Michelle and Candace, this thing is just so cute. This is not their newest add-on, but their newest add-on is the birthday one. Both of these. Hello. Good. And I did get the gnome candy charm too in the mail. You'll be seeing this coming up on a card. Let's go back to the goodies here. The Heard Is Your Birthday. That comes from this beautiful stamp and die set that was gifted to me by the owners of Jaded Blossom. And hang on in the video because I'll show you what I did with this cutie patootie. So this is a stamp and has a coordinating die, not a bad price point. Here was where I got the Heard Is Your Birthday that I stamped here. If you like what you're seeing, this is not black ink. This is a dark, nice chocolate brown pigment ink. And I've talked about it, but if you're new to my channel, it's this one. Hard to find. It went out of stock. It came back in stock. It's sold out again, but search VersaFine Clair, C-L-A-I-R, Pine Cone. And I did heat emboss it. So I stamped it, the sentiment, then put clear embossing powder. Love. Of course, my favorite, which is in stock for black, Altenew. Exceptionally crisp. This is the best, but sometimes with something like this, where I wanted it to have a more earthy feel, I guess. You know, he's on the farm, all this brown. I didn't want it to be black. So I went with these 2 I like a lot. Pinecone and then Obsidian Pigment ink. Really, really good, both of them. So now, if you're wondering, wow, that's interesting how he looks. This is a whole lot of ink blending. Everything except his hands and his nose. Everything else is ink. A lot of distress ink. Not distress oxide, distress ink. The browns, all these shades of brown that you're seeing is me playing with tea dye ink, vintage photo, walnut stain. Those three inks in different, this one may be more walnut stain, this one is more vintage, that one might have started off with a lot of tea dye, that type of thing. And also the paper base. I did not start this off in white cardstock. No. I did Almond Cream by BAZZILL or Michael's 110-pound craft paper. That craft paper at Michael's 110-pound is smooth, so it lends itself to ink blending. And then I use my glass mat here. Well, my smaller one, because I have the big one here for filming, and then I have a small one that I use all the time. I love it. 9 by 12. Oh, she's a dream. And I push it's easy to ink blend this type of thing with a glass mat like this. Everything moves smooth. You don't get a lot of wrist pain and blends easily. So this is a whole lot of brown ink blending. Let me bring it up close so you can see what I did with Mr. Sheriff here, with Dukes of Hazzard. And look at that rope. Now the rope here, look at that. This is a couple layers of 110-pound cardstock. If I did this at just one sheet of regular cardstock, it would be too flimsy. And this is not one that you can pop up. I strategically glued here and glued here and here and here, but everything else is loose. So I had to, make it sturdy by backing it with 110 pounds. So it's layers, which gives it a nice thickness too, right? You see it? The beard, that's Hickory Smoke Distress ink. So this is a lot of distress ink. Here is tea dye. Now the only mistake I made, and I noticed it afterwards, but by then it was too late. But if it doesn't bother you, then you didn't notice. Along with this release with the cowboy add-on, there was also one called Farm Scenic Dyes. LOVE with an apostrophe. Love this set. Love. Here is a bale of hay. He's sitting on it, right? Here's the two pieces to, tie it. This piece, I couldn't figure what it was. It's supposed to be layers on the hay, like a strip of hay. So when I went back on the website and I looked, after I did this and glued it on, then I realized, I was supposed to put bands of it across here. You can if you want. I didn't, but I don't think it takes away from it. I think you guys know exactly what it is. He's sitting on it anyway, right? Ready to lasso something. I love this card so much you just don't know. You can tell this one here was absolute fun and layers of ink. Tons and tons of ink. Took me a while to make it. Not forever, but it did take me a while because I was just playing and playing some more. In the background now, the scene, this is now Distress Oxide. See how it looks more powdery? Distress ink, oxide. So this is all Tim Holtz goodness to achieve this. The sky, let's talk about that. And a lot of you know, if you watch my videos, which stencil I'm going to tell you I used. I used my favorite cloud stencil, Waffle Flower Slimline Cloud Stencil, give you that bouncy cloud. And I also used Salvage Patina. This is a combo. This is Strathmore Bristol Smooth Cardstock. Halfway is Salvage Patina. Speckled Egg right here, going all the way down. I carried the clouds all the way down. So I did the background first, then I added on the layers, the hillside. This is right against the card base. This one is popped up. Then he's it's just a layers and layers of popping up goodness. And then my fence die. These two dies, the hillside and the fence. Another favorite of mine, Lawn Fawn, slimline stitched hillside, and this one here, and then the curved one in the back. This one is the slimline simple stitched hillside border. Love these dies. I use them over and over and over. And then the fence, this is just a longer version of this one. I think it's this one, Little Picket Fence. Yeah, I think it's this one, Little Picket Fence, and this is Slimline Picket Fence. They're all good. Love, love, love. So that's how I created this whole background. Isn't this a cute card? And this is on that same Michael's 110-pound craft cardstock. I had a ton of fun making this card. So this would be a special card for a special friend. Somebody that will appreciate the love that went into this one. If you watched my video on the 4th of July with Jaded Blossom, look how it's the same base die. Him, mustache is a little different, but look how 4th of July, and look here. I mean, wow, right? These add-ons just add on so much fun. And there is one coming at the end of the month. I received my order. I'll do another video where I have to do a haul. And it had a QR code and I scanned it and it's a Thanksgiving one. Let me tell you, that one, Michelle and Candice, knocked it out the park. It is cute for fall. And he's sitting on a tree stump and the fall with the, ooh, that one is good. So it's coming towards the end of the month, okay? So that one will definitely be in time for all your fall projects or year round with the tree stump. Yeah, it could just be outdoors. So cute. But I just wanted to show you guys how different it looks. Love, 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 love. All right, I can't even let it go. Here I put the star. Tons of fun. All right, let me move from this card because I'm spending way too much time on it. All right, moving on. Now let's go into the girl gnome. Here she is. Isn't she cute? So she has the second hat in the add-on set. Actually she doesn't. This hat is different. This is in the set. There is this where you can layer it up. This is actually just a sheet of cardstock that I used. So I kind of cheated a little bit, okay? That cardstock comes from this paper pack, Fun on the Farm, where I used, there's the paper here, and that's her dress. Tell me. Super cute paper pack. I was thinking of using this, but here is the paper. Look at that. Oh, adorable. And that's the paper. And I just kind of cheated it out. Instead of layering, I just cut that paper because it was available. But super cute. But if you don't have this, you can make your own. White in the background, black on top, done. Cute. But isn't she adorable? So here I used the word howdy from the die set right here. She's holding howdy. And I ink blended. This now is on white cardstock and I ink blended with the distressed tea dye. And here I use black glossy foil cardstock from Tonic Studios to cut out the word howdy. It cut well. I used some Sizzix adhesive sheets for the letters just to glue it down well. Get it on sale at Hobby Lobby. When Sizzix goes on sale, that's the best time to get it. I have a lot of the Stamps of Life. And so I had them all in this bin and I haven't been using it. And I decided to pull out some of my Stamps of Life to have fun with for Saturday morning makes. Here we go. This is the barn folded from Stamps of Life. I believe this is in stock at their site. Stamps of Life is a small company like Jaded Blossom, so you have to go to their site to get their stuff. It's not sold everywhere, okay? So I will put links, though, for this as well. This is the barn folded, so you make a card with it. Look at that. Isn't that cute? And the card is a A2 card, so it's 5.5 inch. 4 1/4. So here she is. This is using now the Girl Gnome add-on, the one that will be restocked July 10. Here's the female in my scrapbook.com storage envelopes. I think this size is actually sold out on scrapbook.com. I will put a link though for it because it holds all my gnome goodies. Here is the Girl Gnome set. So we did the male before. Here's the girl. Look at her. Now here's the chickens. Here is the 3 die sets I have at play here. Stamps of Life, background, barn folded. Farm Scenic dies. Look at those chickens. I love it. I did not do any ink blending. The only ink blending I did was here, here, here. This now I wasn't too happy with. I started out with red cardstock and then I went on with red distress oxide. That's why it looks a little powdery, but it wasn't giving me the look that I was looking for the barn. So if you see that it's darker here, and I worked it out. But I think this is so cute as a card doing the folded. Stephanie Bernard at the Stamps of Life, she makes foldeds in every shape and theme. Just, yeah. But the barn one, I mean, this is cute and easy to put together. It doesn't come in pieces, so you have to kind of cut it, but she does give you the lines and then you clip it, and that's how I layered this up. Here are my little chickens. Oh, these chickens are adorable. Yes, in my crafty OCD, I have it all laid out so I can know this is this chicken, that's that chicken. These are the wheat. I think it's wheat. Let me tell you, these wheat that you guys made, Michelle and Candice, hello. Love this as an accent. Look at that. I had thought about putting it here, but when I had put the wheat here with him, it was taking away. It was becoming too much. So I left this one more plain, but this, for anybody that's doing any of this type of crafting, outdoors, fall, this can work with your fall set too. You know, hayride, that type of thing. Oh, yeah. Love, love, love this little die set right here. I don't know what it is, but it was working good. And I only cut it all in foil. I did not even cut it in regular cardstock and ink blend, but I just think it just added that great accent. Here, it was taken away from all the action he has going on. So that's why I didn't use it on that one. I tried, but I was like, and I backed it off. Here are the chickens. I use some super tiny little black pearls. You see it in their eyes? Yeah, I like that. You could also use a black glaze pen, and I'll put a link for it below. It's just a pen like the Jelly Roll black glaze, and you would dot it. I don't like it because for me, I don't know if it's because I live in Florida and it's so humid. When I use that black glaze pen, I can't control it. So I'll dot it and then all of a sudden, there it goes. So I prefer using pearls like this, where I can just put a dab of Distress Collage Medium and then pop this on and I'm done. Keep that in mind if you live anywhere where it gets super humid and hot. If you notice your pens are not working that great, it could be, yeah, it's the weather. Super cute though. And here again with that ink blending with the tea dye and vintage photo. Love. Isn't she cute? Let's go into the next card. More fun on the farm only, no sentiment, because I was just doing scene building fun. I'll eventually take one of Jaded Blossom's mini tags and put something. I just wasn't sure what to put there. But this, oh, I was having fun with this one. This now incorporates Jaded Blossom Slimline die. I was dying to play with this. Finally played with it. I didn't use the peeker window, but I am going to do something with this with maybe one of the gnomes peeking here. It does come with this, which is right here. So I didn't have to go over to my lawn fawn. I have a nice slope here for the hillside. I use this outer edge. I didn't use this drop-in, which would have cut another frame. I didn't bother. I think this is so cute. Look at that scallop edge. Look at the detail with the stitching. Love, love, love. So this is a bunch of companies now playing together, but still mostly Jaded Blossom goodies. So slimline dies, that's number one. That built the background. Salvage Patina, again, ink blend the whole thing. This time I did use some white acrylic paint watered down to do the splatter. So there's a lot of splatter. I just wanted to lighten it up a little bit. For the hillside, oh, I didn't tell you what it was on these. Both of these are the same hillside. Twisted Citron Distress Oxide. That gives you that bright green, darker green, blended with Mowed Lawn Distress Oxide as well, using glass mat. With the glass mat, you get to push on color and you don't get the hard edges. That's why everything is looking so smooth. If you're like, oh, that blending is so smooth. Glass mat, best friend. And I love this one because it doesn't have high glare and she doesn't, I need to do a video on this, you know, really and truly. She doesn't ghost. What's ghosting? Ghosting is when you use your glass mat so much that it starts to get a gray haze on it. She is guaranteed no hazing. Lifetime warranty on that. Love, love, love. She can take paint too. And if you guys are interested in getting a glass mat, this is the 18 by 24 inch size. This one, I believe, is back in stock, and she is magnetized. Pay extra for the magnets, so you can use your magnets to hold down. But I also got, if you're on a tight budget and you do want a really good craft mat like this one, get their 9 by 12 inch size. Love. But anyway, just a little sidebar. Had to do the sidebar. Plus, get 20% off on it using my code. Why not? I used it myself for my last glass mat. A Glassboard Studio. Suzanne20. Use that and get percentage off. But that is what is helping me do all this blending. If you're like, ooh, that blending is so buttery and smooth, it's the glass mat working with the inks, okay? Before I was using that non-skid silicone, man, and I told you guys, because I like that one too, but it wasn't giving me the... I was getting more pain in my hand because I was working harder to do everything. This, it's slippery, so it just glides on, and then, yeah, it's just a different thing. So if you have pain here in your hands, arthritis, and you want to do a lot of ink blending, use a glass mat to help you do everything, because this gives you the slick to push on and pull off and push on and without tiring your hand. Back to this. So I did the background. I also ink blended the trees. The trees now, this is somebody else. And I don't know if it is in stock anymore. If I had gotten this, I believe on scrapbook.com, they might not have it. I will take a look. If I do find it, I will link it. Heffy Doodle is a company from England. So this one might be a little bit hard to find, but it's a super cute tree. Forest Builder Dies. As you can tell, I love these type of things. You know, these companies, you guys get me with the building stuff, the scene building, because I just think it's the greatest thing. I love these trees. Super duper cute. You can do like a Christmas tree. I use this one though. Right here, the small and the big. All right, that's Heffy Doodle. I will see if I can find it anywhere. And like I said, I will put a link for it below. I don't think it's at scrapbook.com anymore. This now, that's from my favorite things. This is their barn die set. LOVE. This is the barn. The barn measures for 3 3/4. So perfect for an A2 card. There's some cardstock from my stash. Where did I get these eggs from? Oh, you know where the eggs are from? Elizabeth Craft. And I'm going to put a picture right here. I bought this from, I think, last year. And I still bought this one. Because this one... Ladies, you guys get me with the stitching goodness. Those chickens are different. This, I love how they face each other. I love how the rooster... Oh, the stitchy goodness on the rooster. And then the chicken, oh, quadruple love. This die set. Farm Scenic. Tried to put the wheat in here again. The sizing wasn't working with what I was doing, but the chickens did. Then now, the fence is this one. My favorite things, farm fence. On this card, we have lawn fawn fence. On this one, we have this fence. Jaded Blossom does have a fence, but it's a bigger fence. I didn't get it because, you know, my budget could only get so much. It's in my wish list, though. Because you could also put a gnome sitting on that fence, okay? But this card, I didn't want to have the big gnome in it. I just wanted to play. I think I had put her here and she was just taking away from the scene. But you could still just work something right here. And Jaded Blossom does have a barn. And I did order it, even though I have this barn. Their barn has a curve at the bottom and it looks more like it's coming towards you. It's just different. And I love these farm things. Yeah. It gets me all the time. And I will link the one at Jaded Blossom too, because that's on sale. Look at that. All on 110-pound cardstock. So that's my next card. Moving on. Let's now go with the freebie that was so graciously sent to me. Okay, crafters, this is a long video, but you're getting a lot of information and a lot of ideas. If you need ideas, it's all here. So here is the freebie that was sent to me. And it's the Utterly Fantastic stamp set with the coordinating die. Super cute. She was a ton of fun to color. Something so different and unique. Look at that. She measures 3.5 inch wide by roughly 3 inches tall. And I thought about going Copics, but then I was like, you know what? Let me try something new. So this is my first time coloring with this medium. Don't judge me too hard, but I think she didn't turn out that bad. So much so, I started out with 12 markers and then I jumped up to 60. I'm using the Zig Clean Color Real Brush Markers. This is not a new coloring medium. Nicole Spohr uses it all the time. I watch her videos and I'm like, oh, that's cute, that's cute, oh. So I got the set of 12. The 12 is what I use to color my girl. Here she is. I think she turned out not so bad, right? So this is the Zig. This is only using the set of 12. And I will put links for it because you can get it at a really good price on Amazon. The only drawback with Amazon is that when you go in to look for it, it's going to give you like 8 different versions of the same size markers with 8 different prices. Ha! You guys want the steal like what I got. And then I liked this so much, I went in and I got the 60. Got this for a steal too. You buy this, I think I got it for 60, and if you buy it anywhere else, you're looking at 120. You see the difference? Uh-huh. Love this. These are like watercolor markers. You could put the color on, then take a water brush pen or just a brush with some water and drag it. I used their blender to create this. First time playing with it, I don't think it turned out so bad. Here in the background, this is the intricate stitched ovals. Look at that. Looking like a kitchen wall. I love this cover plate from PinkFresh Studio. It is a true A2 plate, meaning 4 1/4 inch wide, 5 1/2 inch tall. It does not have a cut edge, so you have to run it through and then you cut around it. This can be used as a background on pretty much any size paper, you know. Now, the sentiment is from the mini tag dies. This might still be in stock on sale. I used the bread tag. I love this little tag. So happy for Moo. So happy for Moo. This one is another example of stamping with the pine cone from VersaClear, okay? The sentiment is from the stamp set. So happy for Moo. Look at that. She fit right there. I mean, tight, but it still works. Put a little twine. This in the background, if you're wondering what this is, this was something I was so excited by because I've never seen something like this. This is Whimsy Stamps New, and it's huge. Slimline Fence die set. LOVE, this one, because I can make it as long as I want or as short as I want. This measures 8 1/4, 5/8 of an inch wide. This piece 3 1/2. So you can layer this up, and there are many examples. You can go to 2 pieces, then use that as an X, and they have their own cow stamp, but I didn't get their cow stamp, but you can see examples on Whimsy Stamp's website. But this is a nice die set, and then with the grass and the little, what would you call this, rivets, nails in the fence. Love that set. That I used here with the cows. I did put those nails here, but it was taking away from her. And I thought she was just so cute because I was playing with the zigs and I was having fun. Here, if you're liking this color, it doesn't exist at Zig. It's yellow, which was super bright, mixed with this brown and a darker brown to give it this golden color. So I made up my own color. But I think it turned out good. And then I put some glossy accents. You guys know it's right here beside me. I love a glossy accent. So I did a glossy accent on the horns. And I think she's just so cute. I was thinking of putting stickles here. I might. This is on watercolor cardstock. Tim Holtz watercolor cardstock, okay? Stamped and heat embossed on the smooth side. Yeah. If you're doing watercolor for the first time, it suits you to do it everything on the smooth side, not on the bumpy. It's just harder to work with. And you just have to practice and get used to it. But I think she didn't turn out that bad. For my first time, you know. This is ink blended, but my little cow card, I think she's so cute. You are utterly fantastic. Look at that. Love. Hope you guys like this. I was having fun with her. Absolute fun. So there she is. Now, I decided to stamp another one without any coloring, and I did heat embossing. Now, this one is a quicker card, but layered up, okay? I think this is copper embossing powder, just on white cardstock. So this is now smooth white cardstock as opposed to this one, which is that watercolor. And then I just popped out some dies. This is that Sunny Studio circle die with the little holes. I'll put a link for it. Put the name here on the screen too. This is just a banner die from my stash. You're amusing right there. The sentiment and some cardstock. And here is another cover plate from PinkFresh Studio, but you can't see the details. I'm just using the outer edge. It's not this one though. No, this is a different one. I'll put the name of it here if I can figure out which cover plate I used in the background, but I know it's a PinkFresh one. And this one is a top folding A2 card. Just had so much fun. So this is a quick version, not so quick, but 2 different ways. Fun. All right, moving on. From the goodness, utterly fantastic. And if you do live out on a farm or in an area where this type of crafting is your jam, good set. Next, this was the freebie with my order, and I decided to make a little tag. Fun, simple, but cute. I just love this. This now, instead of using pine cone, I'm using pine cone sister, and it's called same brand Fallen Leaves, and I'll put the name here, Fallen Leaves. Okay, it is a darker, richer brown, so it's not this brown. I just wanted to see what it was. I kept on, you know, when I go back and look at the pine cone, I was like, what's this Fallen Leaves? And I got it on sale. I don't remember where I got it on sale, but I did get it on sale, and I was like, okay, let me try, because it was on sale. It might not show good though, because this is the pine cone. This is that brown. I don't know if you guys can see. It's just like 2 shades darker than the pine cone. This one, Fallen Leaves. But isn't this adorable? You could put this on a gift bag. So I took this tag die from Jaded Blossom. I had to go through a ton of stuff to find it. I know this video is long, but I hope you're appreciating all of the farm goodness. This one is Farm Sweet Farm. So I did the head here, which is separated. There it is, the head by itself. Then the sentiment. I could have, this one, I would have had to turn it sideways, and I wanted to go this orientation using their bag tag die. Love, love, love. I've shown you guys this before. 4 inches tall, 2 5/8 of an inch wide. It does have this inner layering piece, and as you can see, there we go again with my wheat. In foil. But I think, doesn't that just set it off? And I mean, I could put gems on it, but I think this is just adorable to put on any, you could put it on a card too. It can go on a card. You know, it could go on a card like that, layered up. It could also go on a gift bag, etc. But I think this is so cute. And if you go to like the farmer's market and you buy something there and you want to give it to your mom or your friends, put a tag on it like this. Oh, that's lovely, right? Farm Sweet Farm. Because it could be, yes, actual farm, or you go to the farmer's market and you're, you know, giving somebody some baked goods or something, and you go Farm Sweet Farm, representing farmer's market goodness. You gotta think like that sometimes, you know. I don't have a farm near me, but I'm still visiting in my head. Alrighty, crafters, I hope you guys enjoyed all the explanation and the examples of all these cards that I made with Jaded Blossom goodness. Started off with these gnomes. Well, it actually started off with Jaded Blossom's gingerbread. And a lot of their gingerbread stamps and dies are on sale and in stock. So I will put a link for their gingerbread too, because I know a lot of you Saturday morning makes are like me who love gingerbread. Started off with them with gingerbread. Then they came along with these gnomes. Then I started, you know, going around the shop, and I'm like, there are background dies, add-on dies, tag dies. Love, hello. They're good. This is the big bread tag. That's a small bread tag. Love, 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 love on the Farm Sweet Farm. Alrighty, crafters. Until the next video, stay crafty, my friends. Bye.